Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I wanted to make some sort of speculation video of kind of a wish I would love to see for Halo and Halo Wars is that I think Halo Wars would be great on the Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to try my best to lay out some points of why I think that Halo Wars is the best Halo game that should come to the Nintendo Switch. And I think it makes a lot of sense. And now I need to preface all this by saying that I don't think the Halo Wars series is going to come to Switch ever, but it's nice to speculate and think about. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on this as you watch the video in the comments down below, because every time I come up with one of these videos, you all have so many more cooler ideas that I'm like, wow, I wish I would have said that in the video. So I'd love to hear your comments down below. But let's start with the portability of the Switch. Whether you have a Switch Lite or just the regular Nintendo Switch that can go in and out of the dock, I think Halo Wars would be great for that. It's easy to control. It doesn't have a very complicated control scheme. Halo Wars is not a powerful game. You don't need an RTX card or something to run Halo Wars on your PC. It ran just fine on the 360 back in the day. So I think that if you can get The Witcher 3 over to the Switch and Skyrim onto the Switch, and everyone loves it on those platforms, Halo Wars can definitely make the jump to Switch. And who knows, maybe with all of the recoding they did to bring it from the 360 to the Xbox One and the PC, maybe the code base is in a good enough place to make the jump over to the Switch. So since the Nintendo Switch isn't that powerful of a machine, it should be great for Halo Wars. You don't need to worry about it not being compatible with some of the other shooters, like we see how complicated it is just for 343 themselves in-house to get the Halo FPS series to run properly on the Xbox One. I mean, we all know it's been 6 or 7 painful years of getting some 4 or 5 old Halo games to work on new hardware. But Halo Wars doesn't seem to have that problem, so maybe that's why Halo Wars would run just fine on the Switch. It'll also get a lot of new players into Halo, because I think some people will be curious. Oh, what's this? A Halo RTS? I think I've heard of that once or twice before, and people will probably be really curious to download and try it. And you don't have to worry about a first-person shooter on the Switch. We don't see really a whole lot of those, even though the Switch does have dual analog sticks. I think this is just a very welcoming package to get some people to play Halo for the first time, and maybe that'll help them make the jump over to PC or Xbox to continue playing the mainline Halo series. Halo Wars also isn't as violent as the other Halo games. Halo Wars was the first Halo game to be rated T for teen. All the other Halo games prior to that were rated M for mature, or like 17 plus or whatever. So Halo Wars, it's not very violent. I don't think there's a whole lot of gore. It's really just an RTS game. And I think that's great for the younger audience and the people that play on Switch. Generally speaking, most people that play on a Nintendo platform are younger than the people who play on PlayStation or Xbox or even PC. I mean, one of my first consoles growing up was an N64. So, and I'm sure a lot of you are the same way. Your first console is either an N64 or a GameCube or a DS or something. And, Nintendo has so many great games for younger audiences. I mean, it's really suitable for all ages, but a lot of younger players go to that platform, and I think that's really cool. And I think since Halo Wars isn't as violent as the other Halo games, it would really gravitate towards those younger audiences. And in case Microsoft is worried about losing sales on Halo Wars and other platforms, I don't think they need to. I don't really hear anyone these days going out and saying, oh, I need to buy an Xbox for Halo Wars Definitive Edition. Like no one says that anymore. So it's not like they're going to be missing out on the sales. And Halo Wars Definitive Edition's already on Steam, Windows 10, and Xbox One. And I think at this point, the game's been out for just over 3 years now. It's been out on those 3 platforms. I think everyone who's wanted to buy the game has purchased it by now, and it goes on sale all the time on Steam. And Halo Wars Definitive Edition is already included on Game Pass, so I think that they're probably hardly getting any sales at all on Xbox specifically. So they're not going to miss out on any sales. That's kind of the reason why we're seeing things like Horizon Zero Dawn come to PC. It's because it sold like 10 million copies on PS4. They're not going to really get any more money because the game's already $10. You know, it's a bargain bin game these days. So now they can move it over to PC and get the PC players to buy it. When you move a game to a new platform, you introduce yourself to more revenue. And I think this is a great opportunity for them to try that. And if you're worried about an Xbox game making the jump to Switch, you don't need to. There already are a lot of Xbox games already on the Switch. Minecraft Dungeons, the Ori series, and Cuphead are all Microsoft IPs, and they've made their way to the Switch. Minecraft even has Xbox achievements on the Switch. I have like 400 or 500 gamer score on my Xbox achievements profile from what I earned on the Switch. So I think that's all really cool. And the Switch has no RTS games on it when it comes to my mind. I can't think of any real-time strategy games on the Nintendo Switch at all. I don't think that the Switch can't run it. I think it's very able to run these sorts of games. I think no one's just made the bet or the jump to make this sort of thing. And I would love to see Halo Wars do this. As for a wish list of some things that they could add on the Nintendo Switch version for Halo Wars Definitive Edition, it's a mouthful. But you could add like mod support. The modding community over on Steam and Windows 10 is fantastic. I don't know if they could integrate that way into Steam, or maybe reach out to those guys and make some sort of modding storefront, almost like how Skyrim does on the consoles. But I think that would be great. Again, Xbox integration for achievements, just like how Minecraft does, I think would be really cool. And maybe even cross-platform multiplayer. Remember, Halo Wars Definitive Edition doesn't have matchmaking. It kind of just has this big custom game browser thing. And I think that's actually really good for the Switch for like local multiplayer. You bring your Switch over, whip out your Halo Wars copy, and then you have a buddy who's playing it on Xbox, and the two of you can play against each other locally on your network. I think that'd be really, really neat. But again, I don't think this will ever happen, but I think this would be the most likely outcome of any Halo game coming to the Switch. I think there's just so many things that make a lot of sense for this. And, I think this would be a really good buy. Just put it out there, make it $20. I would auto buy it, play it, record it on the channel, and it would be really, really neat. And also, like, touchscreen integration would be cool. Like, you could maybe either touch units on the screen of the Switch or use it to swipe and move around the map. That's kind of neat stuff, huh? Okay, I think I'm done with my little ramble here, but I would love to see this. It'll probably never happen, but I'd love to see it. It's not, I wouldn't say it's impossible, because we've seen, again, other Xbox games make the jump to Switch. But I'd love to hear your comments down below, and if anything happens on this matter, I'll be sure to update you, but I don't think it will. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.